What's the craziest reason you can think of for a video game to be banned in an entire country?
Because you touch yourself at night.
Well, no, but here are 5 video games that got banned for reasons you'd have never guessed.
I'm banned!
You're banned.
What's good, everybody? Video game bans are not exactly a new phenomenon. They date at least as far back as the mid-1970s, when the US military banned the first ever first-person shooter. Speaking of shooters, Animal Crossing New Horizons was banned by the Chinese government only a few weeks after it released in 2020. This game is about as wholesome as a 3-legged dog who wants nothing more than for you to feel loved and appreciated, so what gives? This is a game that allows players to write whatever words they want anywhere on their island. And, well, words are a dangerous and frowned upon thing in certain parts of the world. Players use this feature to stage in-game protests regarding the turbulent relations between Hong Kong and mainland China. Predictably, China didn't like that very much, and local retailers removed the product from their shelves. This next one doesn't sound strange on the surface. Violence is frequently a reason for banning games, and in the world of sports, MMA is about as violent as it gets. But the Danish government's decision to ban EA Sports MMA in 2010 had nothing to do with violence. Instead, it had to do with local advertising laws. We here in the United States are accustomed to having energy drink advertisements shown in all kinds of media. The Danish government, however, went so far as to outlaw such advertisements at one point due to uncertainty surrounding the impact energy drinks have on a person's health. The problem with EA Sports MMA arose when numerous energy drink advertisements were found in the game's environment, and regulators pulled the plug on it. What I find most amusing about this story is how drastically attitudes toward what people put in their bodies can vary between neighboring countries. Germany is right there and is known for its alcohol consumption. Amsterdam isn't that far away and is known for its nightlife and all the various substances that might entail. But don't you dare drink a Red Bull in Denmark, because that's taking it too far. When I describe a video game as one that distorts values, threatens stability, propagates violence, okay, you know what? Let me bring the exact quote up on the screen, because I don't want the YouTube AI overlords to take this out of context and block my video because they think I'm engaging in any of these behaviors. There. That's better. The game you're thinking these characteristics describe is probably not The Sims, but those are the official reasons given by the Uzbekistan government for banning The Sims 3 and 4 back in 2017. In an effort to be as objective as possible, I should mention that 34 games were banned in the same announcement, including some that are frequently banned for being too violent. But I've never heard anyone mention The Sims in the same breath of any of these other games. Reddit users Common Chameleon and TechnoShift offered additional perspective as to what specifically may have triggered the ban. They observed that these 2 entries in the franchise are the most progressive, with The Sims 4 allowing transgender options for characters. And if that really is the reason for the ban, I'm not sure what sheltering gamers is meant to accomplish here. How about we learn to, I don't know, treat each other with respect like the way we would want others to treat us? This next one is unique for a few reasons. EverQuest originally released in 1999, but it wasn't until 2008 that Brazil decided to ban the game. The 9-year gap is recognized by Guinness World Records as the longest gap between a game's release and its ban. What makes this stranger still is the fact that the game was never officially released in Brazil to begin with, so the ban was purely preemptive in case the publisher ever thought of selling the game in Brazil 9 years after its release. And to top it all, the rationale for banning the game was that it encouraged subversion of public order and represented an attack on the democratic state and the law against public security. There's speculation that EverQuest was banned because it forced players to accept either good or bad choices. I'm sorry. How is that different from real life? Oh, right, it's not. It's literally the same thing as being a human, where we have the choice between right and wrong. And finally, there's Pokémon GO. There was a time in the summer of 2016 where it felt like world peace was truly achievable. You could walk outside and have something in common with a total stranger. You ran into each other since your faces were glued to your phones because we were both trying to catch yet another Pidgey. But gamers in Iran and Malaysia were not able to experience this due to bans. In the case of Iran, officials cited security concerns due to the app's virtual location detection technology.
I find that answer vague and unconvincing.
But Malaysia took it to a whole other level of crazy when they banned the game on the grounds that it's promoted a search for power and for deities with certain powers, which could lead to gambling. I don't even know what to say. It's almost like they think their citizens are the type to say,
"Thanks to the smartphone, I don't know where I am anymore. I look up directions, and the next thing you know,
I'm searching for deities on Pokemon GO and wanting to gamble." If I waited for it to make sense, I'd be here forever. I'm gonna go gamble in Pokemon GO before it gets banned in the US. Goodbye.